Hello, viewers. My name is Ayan Majuliana, and welcome to the International Marketing Hub podcast. And I'm here with.
Juliet Namumulaye.
So, today we'll be discussing about standardization and adaptation, the challenges and advantages, and when to use standardization or adaptation. So, can you tell us about standardization?
In the international market, standardization is very important. So businesses sometimes face the challenge to adapt or standardize their strategies for different markets. So standardization and adaptation represent two opposing approaches and comprises and companies often adapt to hybrid approach depending on their specific need and market characteristics. So, in summary, standardization involves using a uniform marketing strategy across different markets within a minimum change. That one has to do with maintaining a consistent messaging, branding, and promotional content.
Okay, so I believe standardization is important in marketing
Yes,
communication.
it's very, very important.
Okay, so adaptation in marketing communication involves tailoring marketing strategies, messages, and campaigns to fit the specific cultural, social, legal, and market conditions of each region or country. So I believe these two approaches are very important when you are trying to enter into a specific region or country. And can you tell us about some advantages that comes with using a standardization in marketing communication?
One advantage can be cost efficiency. And standardizing marketing communication can reduce costs by avoiding the need to create campaign for each market.
Okay.
Another advantage also can be brand consistency. Standardization ensures that the brand maintain a unified global image and message. And this is very important for companies like Coca-Cola or Apple, where global brand identity is a key characteristic
Okay.
or a key competitive advantage.
So I believe you are trying to tell us that with standardization, you have to be consistent in trying to meet the needs of your consumers.
Yes.
Just as you said, that Coca-Cola and Apple,
Yes.
their taste is very consistent over the years. And with Apple, with the features they get to
Features,
produce every year.
everything, yeah.
Okay. So I'll be talking about some advantages of adaptation. So we have compliance with local laws. Adapting marketing strategies ensures compliance with local advertising regulations, which vary widely. This helps avoid legal regulations or challenges and protects the company's reputation. So, by complying with local laws in a particular country or region, you are supposed to know what rules and regulations govern that particular country before you enter into that particular market. This will help you avoid a lot of troubles or getting yourself involved in legal issues, which might be another cost to incur. So we can talk about competitive advantage. Adaptation can give a company a competitive edge by responding to local market conditions faster and more effectively than standardized global competitors. So having a competitive edge than your competitors can help companies enter into a market using adaptation. So we are going to move on and talk about some disadvantages or challenges of standardization and adaptation. So can you tell us?
So as we all know that in everything we have bad side to as well. Even though maintaining a consistent message to your target audience, you know that there will be some disadvantages. And with standardization, one disadvantage or challenge can be regulatory issue. So what resonates in one culture may not work in another culture. So I think in Ghana, some group of people don't eat pork, others do. So you see the difference when it comes to culture. To same as when you go into the international world, what resonates in one specific country will be different of the other country. And another disadvantage can be customer preference. standardized campaign may overlook local customer preference, language difference, and lifestyle trends, limiting their effectiveness. So that's customer preference is also a challenge. What I like might be a dislike to another person in
So
the
I
international market.
believe that equally comes up to knowing what your target audience would prefer. So
Yes.
you have to be able to segment your consumers, so you know what campaigns or advertising would appeal to
Before
their.
even doing that, I think you have to also do a lot of research
Yes, your
about your
market.
consumers
Yes,
to
before.
know what they really like and what
That's
they dislike.
okay. That's nice. So I'll be talking about some disadvantages and challenges of adaptation. So we have higher cost. Tailoring marketing communications to individual markets increases costs related to market research and development, production of localized content. The need for multiple versions of campaigns can also raise complexity. So, trying to adapt to the needs of these people can be very complex and very expensive,
Expensive.
because you know your target audience and you are trying to appeal or tailor your messages to meet the needs of this target audience. So in order to meet these needs, you have to do a lot of research that can be very expensive to do, and trying to produce your product to meet the needs of this group of people or target audience can be very expensive. And we have slower implementation. Localized campaigns can take longer to develop and implement, which can slow down a company's ability to launch new products or respond to market changes globally. So you are trying to appeal to the needs of your people, trying to tailor the needs of these people into your campaigns can take a longer time for them to adjust to these needs of the target audience. So, Juliet, we'll be talking about some measures or places when to use adaptation and standardization. So, can you
Okay.
tell us a few?
So to start with standardization, places, like you said, places when to use. So if you want your product to go globally,
Yeah.
am I right?
Yeah.
Yes. If
Or
you
internationally.
Yes, if you want your product to go that way, then I think standardization is very important.
Okay.
When, as an organization or a company,
But I also believe adaptation is equally important.
yeah, they are all important.
Okay.
But right now, I'm talking about standardization. Then when as time goes on, we'll talk about the adaptation too as well.
Okay.
So as I said, global products, or when you want your product to go international, it's very important to maintain to standardization. That's maintaining a consistent message to your target audience.
So I believe with that, when you've been able to know your target audience, you can be consistent in delivering your products or your
Yes,
services to meet their needs.
yes.
Yes.
So that's the thing. So about the global products, this approach works well for products with universal appeals where customers' needs and preference are similar across different regions. And then another one can be, no, let me give example about the global products.
Okay.
Let's take the technology products like Apple phones and yeah, Apple phones. When you check their features
Yeah.
and everything about the product itself is the same out there. So when you go to China, their iPhone system is the same iPhone system in Ghana. So you see they are trying to maintain a consistent features too as well. So
Yes.
as I said earlier, it's not only about the message but the branding too as well.
So yeah, it wouldn't look like there's a different version of iPhone 16 in China and a different version of iPhone 16 in
Yes.
Ghana.
So
Okay.
you see, maintaining the product itself is not only the message. So maintaining a consistent product
The
as well,
quality
the
and
quality,
everything.
everything, and then another point can be mass media campaign.
Okay.
So in the mass media campaign, standardization helps ensures that the same message is communicated uniform uniformly across various platforms.
Okay.
and geographic. So this creates efficiency, reducing costs by developing a single campaign rather than multiple versions for different markets. So this one the mass campaign has to do with consistent message. Like the message that we are receiving is the same message out there in the international world.
Okay.
Example, Coca-Cola.
Okay.
You wanted to say something?
Yes, so saying being consistent with your message. So let's say it could be your vision or mission that you want to put out there across or globally.
Yeah.
So it has to be consistent to this geographic location and anywhere you find yourself across the world.
Yes. Even when people research about you, they are not in Ghana,
They should be able
to get the same mission and vision of your company or of your products.
Yes.
So the mission and vision, I think that one also is a specific example about maintaining a consistent message
Okay.
because it's fixed. Let me say it that way.
Okay.
So I was given example about the mass campaign.
Yeah.
Yes, so Coca-Cola, share a Coke.
Yes.
When they have to bring in this promotional tool, or let me say adverts in Ghana, that's a day that's
You were born.
yes,
So you can share a Coke
share a
with
Coke with
someone you were born on the same day
yes.
with.
So you see, they name the Coke, Amaya, Kofi, and all those things.
Okay,
So
like
you're
the
just
local names.
yes, local names in Ghana.
Okay.
But it was different for the outside too. As we said, culture is very important too. So you see, them they don't name Kofi Amaya. They also have
Other names, yes.
that's
but,
it. So
yeah.
you are very excited when you're sharing a Coke with someone like of the
Yes,
same
of the same
name.
name, born on the same day.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yes. So I think that one was also very, very important.
Yes.
And then when you want to maintain a consistent brand identity,
Okay.
right now we are discussing about how or when
To use
or
yes.
to adapt to this strategy.
Yes.
So when you want to maintain a consistent brand identity, I think standardization is important here because the definition even tells maintaining a consistent message or brand to your target audience. So I think that's all.
That's
I can
quite
say.
interesting. So here are also a few measures or when to use adaptation in marketing communications. So we have culture sensitive products. I believe when you are able to tailor your messages or campaigns to meet the needs of these people, your market research is done into your production and everything. So you are able to identify what fits a particular country or region
Yes.
with regards to their culture, their demographics, their income and everything, their
I
social
think
class.
everything is about research then.
Yes. So you are able to meet the needs of these people without maybe going overboard or using certain objects, languages or colors that they do not recognize in their country. Yes, so you have to be culture sensitive when trying to meet the needs of these people. And we also have diverse consumer preference. I believe your tastes vary from mine. Yes, what you like is not what I might equally like. So when trying to tailor your messages to meet this target audience, you have to consider your consumer, what they would like. So
Their
you can
satisfaction
adapt.
is very
Yes.
important here.
And I believe in India, McDonald's, when entering into that particular market, because they do not take beef, they were able to tailor chicken. Yes.
That was a smart strategy.
Yes,
they
I
used.
believe so.
Yeah.
Yes, in entering into, so they considered the consumer without thinking of the profits they were going to generate from that particular region. So I think that was a very brilliant idea. Yes. So
They are business oriented.
yes, that was very important. So I believe this brings us to the end of our discussion on this session. And once again, well, thank you for listening. And my name is Ayan Majuliana.
And I'm Juliet Namomulai.
Bye.
Bye.